The Garmin Forerunner 255S promises pro-level multi-sport accuracy, all-day battery, and coaching-level training insights in a compact 41 package. Either we've reached wrist-based nirvana or we're staring at another case of expensive confusion. Dual-frequency GPS, HRV status, triathlon mode, 5 ATM water resistance, Garmin Pay, and optional onboard music all sound criminally generous for a mid-tier watch. But here's the thing, specs don't always translate to daily wins. Here's what caught my attention. I trained, raced, and slept with the 255S over 3 solid weeks to see what actually holds up. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 3 weeks of testing. The pitch is simple. The Forerunner 255S is the compact, do-everything watch for runners and triathletes who want serious performance without going flagship. Key promises: pro-level GPS accuracy with multiband GNSS, training guidance with HRV status, morning report, and daily suggested workouts, true multisport support with quick transitions, long battery life rated up to 12 days smartwatch, and up to 26 hours GPS on the S model. Sounds great, right? Pretty bold claims for the price tier, but here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim pro-level GPS accuracy. What you actually get is excellent, but only when you configure it right. In multiband mode, the 255S locks onto satellites fast and tracks clean lines in city canyons and under tree cover. But let's be real. Switching to all systems plus multiband eats battery like a post-race pizza. Keep it in GPS only or all systems and it still performs very well with occasional corner smoothing. Evidence. Side-by-side runs with a Coros Pace 3 and an Apple Watch Ultra showed the 255S hanging tight in tricky routes, but multiband runs had noticeably higher battery drain per hour. They claim up to 12 days of battery. Reality check. That number assumes minimal notifications, no pulse ox overnight, conservative backlight, and maybe 30 minutes of GPS per week. If you're training 4 to 6 hours of GPS time weekly, using HRV status and actually glancing at your watch, you're realistically looking at 6 to 9 days between charges. With multiband GNSS, expect around 12 to 13 hours of continuous GPS, so mathematically speaking, you can't have beast mode accuracy and marathon-long battery at the same time. Pick your poison. They claim training insights that replace your coach. What you actually get is strong guidance with asterisks. HRV status needs about 19 nights to baseline and stable sleep to stay useful. If your routine swings, the watch's training status can flip from productive to overreaching. The daily suggested workouts are often solid, but occasionally tone-deaf to your upcoming race plan. The plot twist. Compared to older mid-tier Garmin's, the 255S adds a barometer for better elevation and stairs, morning report to set your day, and a race widget that can keep you honest. It's legitimately helpful but not magic. They claim triathlon-ready performance. Reality, it's the real deal for multisport, with reliable transitions and sport profiles for pool, open water, bike, and run. But wait, there's more. Open water GPS is improved but can wobble during stroke cycles like most wrist-based wearables. Pool swim lengths are accurate if your stroke is consistent. Crowded lanes and frequent stops can confuse it. It's button-only navigation with a transflective MIP display, great in sun, less punchy indoors without backlight. They claim onboard music and phone-free payments. Reality. Only the music version has storage, roughly enough for 500 songs. Syncing Spotify or Deezer offline is fine if you have premium, but the process is clunky through Garmin Connect and Wi-Fi. Music during GPS workouts dense battery more than you'd expect. Garmin Pay works, but bank compatibility varies. They claim accurate heart rate. What you actually get is very good optical HR for steady runs and daily wear, but it can lag on intervals and strength work. Pair a chest strap via ANT Plus or Bluetooth for race day data you can trust. GPS and navigation. Multiband GNSS is the headline, and on tricky urban routes the 255S earns its keep, often giving cleaner tracks than single-band rivals. Breadcrumb navigation and courses work well for staying en route, but there are no full-color maps at this tier. If you want turn-by-turn with real cartography, you're shopping 955 or 965. Battery life, my real-world week with 5 hours of mixed GPS, 7 to 8 days per charge with all systems, HRV on, pulse aux off, multiband long run. Expect roughly 7 to 8% battery per hour with music off. Add offline music and that number creeps up. Here's what nobody tells you, that up to 12 days claim is a lab scenario, not an athlete's week. Still, for this size, the battery is competitive. Training tools. HRV status, morning report, training status 2.0, race widget, body battery, and suggested workouts genuinely help structure your week. Running power is supported natively but requires a compatible accessory like the HRM Pro or RD Pod. It's not wrist-only. What the marketing doesn't mention. You don't get premium features like full maps or Garmin's highest-end stamina tools here, and the insights only shine if you wear it consistently and keep your sleep on track. Build and comfort. At 41 and about 39 G, the 255S is light, comfortable, and disappears on the wrist during long runs. The MIP display is super readable in daylight, the backlight is fine at night, and the 18 quick-release bands are easy to swap. Fiber-reinforced polymer case, Gorilla Glass 3 lens, and 5 ATM water rating bring durability without bulk. Red flags, none on build quality. This is not drop shipping tech roulette. Real user complaints center on the smaller screen's tiny data fields and clunky music syncing, not hardware failures. Verdict, recommended with context. If you want a compact, accurate, no-nonsense multisport watch with excellent battery for its size, robust training tools, and Garmin's ecosystem, the Forerunner 255S is a smart buy, especially if you catch it on sale. Pros: reliable dual-frequency GPS, true triathlon support, strong battery for the size, HRV status, Garmin Pay, and accessory-friendly sensor support. Cons: small screen readability, clunky music sync, no full maps, music drains battery, running power needs an accessory. Around the mid-tier price, it's worth it if you prioritize performance over flashy AMOLED. If you need maps or a bigger screen, save for the $955/965 or consider the 265S. Stay savage out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your questions below, tell me your longest run with the 255S, and vote for my next head-to-head. Forerunner 255S versus 265S versus Coro's Pace 3. New deep dive drops next week. Run smart, shop smarter.